captains of industry here present, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Ephraim Mokoneya. I'm here to represent my Chief Executive, Professor Umar Garba Danbatta, who is unavoidably absent. He has therefore asked me to read his welcome remarks, and please permit me just to do that. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to the 2015 Afritex Telecommunications Day. I would like to use this opportunity to thank the organizers of Afritex for putting together this forum tagged Africa and Emerging ICT Opportunities, and the honor accorded to me to chair the morning session of the Telecoms Day. Today, we will examine the developments in African communications market, the importance of telecoms in social and economic developments in Nigeria, ICT innovations, and other emerging issues in ICT and telecommunications. The Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, as an independent regulator of the telecoms industry in Nigeria, is positioned to create a fair, competitive environment by implementing favorable regulatory policies that will encourage private sector participation and attract investments in the industry. The Commission is at the forefront of ensuring a vibrant, level playing market and driving the growth and development of telecoms industry in Nigeria. The federal government, in its bid to create a conducive environment for the expansion of ICT networks and services to all Nigerians, has put in place policy frameworks such as the National Broadband and National ICT Policy to ensure that quality ICT services are accessible to all at reasonable cost and ensure the transformation of the country Nigeria into a knowledge-based economy. It is clear, therefore, that information and communication technologies have been and will continue to be the major catalyst and accelerator of new ways of working in the 21st century. There have been dramatic changes in network architecture and service capabilities over the past 20 years in response to changing consumer needs and applications. As part of the strategy to implement the National Broadband Plan, the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, has adopted the open access model that will allow for inclusive, fair, and transparent licensing of spectrum and non-discriminatory pricing of telecom services in Nigeria. The availability of broadband will facilitate greater adoption of advanced online services such as e-government, e-health, e-commerce, e-education, and telemedicine. We at the NCC are committed to the promotion of ICT innovations in Nigeria, and we are delighted to share and participate in the 2015 African Information Technology Exhibition taking place here in the International Conference Center, Abuja. It is my belief that the gathering of leading experts from ICT industry, academia, and government will map out the future requirements for telecoms, technologies, applications, and policies in Nigeria and Africa at large. I look forward to a vibrant plenary session with tangible conclusions by invited speakers. In addition, the syndicate sessions will give opportunity for informal discussions on specific issues. The exhibition of ICT products of Africa origin will also afford participants first-hand opportunity to see the innovative drive the continent has got to offer. Once again, I want to welcome all of us to Afritex 2015. It's my singular honor and pleasure to wish you all a meaningful celebration. Thank you very much.
Another round of applause for him. Thank you very much. I'd like to call him back up to take the paper on creating innovative partnering and win-win solutions for operators and distributors in the emerging Nigerian telecoms market. Make welcome for me one more time, Mr. Ephraim Nwokoneya. Put your hands together for him.
Thank you once again. The paper is on creating innovative partnerships and low-cost business models, a win-win solution for vendors and operators. The business of telecommunication is no doubt one that from the onset requires mutually rewarding partnerships to ensure a sustainable market growth. It is important that operators are able to interconnect for seamless connectivity between customers across their networks. Even to advertise their service offerings, mobile network operators rely on the media, both print and electronic. They also rely on financial institutions for monetization and financial mediation purposes. Hence, this evolved different forms of commercial partnerships within the industry. Modern business environment is becoming more complex, and hence legacy business models are no longer sustainable as telecom operators find their average revenue per user, the ARPU, being eroded on a daily basis. Owing to stiff competition and increasing complexity in our operating environment, mobile network operators who hitherto relied on traditional voice and data services are realizing that value is moving away to other sectors, other service sectors of the industry. There is therefore an urgent need for industry players to appreciate and respond to this paradigm. It is therefore necessary for mobile network operators, vendors, and value-added service providers to take steps to change their business models to remain in business and thrive. There is need for mobile network operators and vendors to think outside the box, develop low-cost business models, and create innovative partnerships with other players in the business ecosystem. This will create a win-win situation for all players and enable them to remain in business and thrive despite the present-day complexities in the market. Let us tarry a while and look at where we are today as far as this issue is concerned. It is a fact that for us to know where we are going to, we need to know where we are coming from and where we are presently. If we assume that we already know where we are coming from, then let us spend some moments to review where we are now and attempt to envision where we are going and what every player within the industry should do in terms of creating innovative partnerships and win-win solutions that will get us to that future of our dream. Today, the telecom business environment is changing at a very rapid pace. Mobile network operators are facing increasing threats from both other ICT players, the media, and entertainment industry, hence reducing their revenue and threatening their continued corporate existence. The mobile network operators are responding by way of pushing some of these market pressures to their vendors. The increasing maturity of the digital consumer and the emerging opportunities in other sectors in the ecosystem are playing a big role in making sure that operators' business model of yesterday is increasingly under pressure. And some of these threats and challenges include: one, monetization challenges. Mobile network operators are facing the challenge of dwindling average revenue per user, as I said earlier, especially given the level of maturity of the traditional voice market in Nigeria. We are moving to a later growth stage in the industry. The issue of new licensees in the major market is no more there, and the level at which subscriber population is increasing now is reducing on a daily basis. Therefore, they also face a bigger challenge of how to effectively price new services, such as mobile broadband. Statistics from mobile network operators show that data penetration is increasing on a daily basis, but the percentage contribution of data services to their total revenue is not proportionate to the increasing volume of data usage in the mobile network industry. In addition, operators must continue to invest in network expansion to meet exponential growth in demand for data services. The above scenario supports the conclusion that there must be a change in the traditional business model if the current product pricing does not yield adequate returns to fund planned network expansions. The second threat or challenge is that of evolving consumer pattern and the advent of social media. The growing popularity of mobile network, coupled with increasing use of social media, is driving unprecedented changes in the traditional consumption patterns of the populace. It is also a fact that the advent of web services is eating into traditional revenue streams of mobile network operators. Furthermore, popular social network sites such as Facebook has extensive communication features, which further reduces significantly the ability of operators to monetize. The third threat is emerging opportunities in new sectors. The near ubiquitous deployment of wireless networks, coupled with increasing awareness and appreciation of the value of connectivity, have opened up new opportunities in other sectors such as healthcare, education, etc. This means that operators must change their traditional business model in line with the requirements of these new sectors. The conclusions from the above is that the business environment is rapidly changing, creating need for innovative business models, which is necessary for a win-win solutions for operators, vendors, and value-added service providers. This is the only way that they can remain in business and thrive in this new digital economy. Let's look at some ongoing innovative partnerships in the telecom industry in Nigeria. The good news is that the Nigerian telecom industry has recently witnessed some innovative win-win partnerships. This includes: one, the managed service partnership model, where operators outsource some of their business value chain to vendors who are better equipped to manage such aspects of their business operations more efficiently, even at lower cost. while they focus on what they know how best to do. Example here includes airtime vending, customer relations management, etc. Another example of partnership in the industry is the infrastructure payment partnership model, where some operators no longer make huge payments, huge investments for network equipment, for instance, hardware or software. Rather, a variant of the pay-per-use model is implemented, where the mobile network operators pay only for the A-lang utilized, that is the traffic generated in the networks. Here, the Huawei's and the Ericsson's come to mind within our industry. Another example that comes to mind is the colocation partnership model, where mobile network operators sell off their tower assets to colo service operators who are specialists in managing base station sites. This is a case of sell and lease back arrangement, whereby mobile network operators rent the same sites and other sites from colo service providers for a fee. The above partnership models are designed to engender operational efficiency, reduce capital expenditure, which in effect frees the cash reserves for other activities. They also have some tax implications, as the periodic payouts by the mobile network operators to the vendors are treated as operating expenditure, which are allowable for tax purposes. So where do we go from here? Let's look at what the future holds for the industry. Mobile network operators should begin to work closely with vendors and other stakeholders in the value chain in figuring out new models that best serve their mutual interest while delivering maximum value to their customers. Mobile network operators need to re-examine their business model and break new grounds. They should move from providers of connectivity to facilitating aggregation of value-added service offerings. They should continue to stretch the boundaries of what current revenue models bring to them. They should consider exploring business-to-business to customer models, which is where the future is going, against the current business-to-business and business-to-consumer models of today. Mobile network operators and vendors need to continue to utilize their core assets, such as the ability to implement complex IT systems and connectivity in order to provide an ecosystem to other sectors within the economy. In conclusions, ladies and gentlemen, mobile network operators and vendors should constantly challenge their business models and the notion that their role in the ecosystem is only to provide truly innovative business and remain relevant and optimize the value of their shareholders' wealth. Agility must be their watchword. Vendors should support mobile network operators to come up with win-win business models with other players in the value chain, as this will only grow data traffic within the network, but also translate to more business for the vendors and the industry at large. At the end of the day, we expect that the innovative partnerships within our telecoms industry will result in a win-win solution for all players and ensure a sustainable growth of the telecom industry in Nigeria. Thank you very much for your time.